Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what is standing in your way of having higher confidence. I'm so looking forward to this reading, finding out what your spirit guides are trying to help you with and tell you in regards to having even higher confidence. Don't know why I feel like called to bring this out. Let's do that. Okay, so for today's reading, we're going to have 4 piles that we are going to be picking together. So, my dear besties, for pile number 1, we have Broomstick. For pile number 2, we have Spiral. For pile number 3, we have the Horned God. And for pile number 4, we have Moon. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to. And that's probably the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. It will guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. I feel some very strong energy here with your reading in specific. I feel empowerment. So let's see what the strong feeling that I'm having here is. It's probably a message from your spirit guides. But to start off, you have picked the Broomstick with cleansing. And you know, the Broomstick is all about cleaning up psychic debris. You do see that you have the sun intersecting with the moon. You see someone flying off wearing white. Also, there's a lot of white in your reading today. All right, so to do this reading, we are going to have a coherent message, meaning we're going to pick out another oracle card and we're going to take a look at your tarot cards, and together we'll have a complete look of exactly how your spirit guides want to help you and guide you to having higher confidence than what you already have. Pile number 1. Okay, so we're going to pick out your animal spirit cards and see, get some energy from an animal that maybe your spirit guides want you to harbor. Oh, well, you got 2. I wasn't planning for that. Okay, whatever your spirit guides want to tell you, we are respectful and thankful. So you have Bat. Interesting. So much magical energy in your reading here. Pile number 1. You have, and also the moon. You have Bear. Okay. Let's take out your tarot cards because I'm gonna be using 2. All right. Again. So for pile number 1, what is standing in their way of having higher confidence, please? Ooh. What is standing in pile number 1's way to having higher confidence? Okay. So pile number 1, you have the 3 of Thunder, which is the 3 of Swords with the heart here. You have the 5 of Cups. Doubt. You have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. You have the 2 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Getting a nice message so far. Okay, but before we start, let's first take a look at your clarification cards, which are equally important for this message to be complete. So, what is standing in pile number 1's way, please, to having higher confidence? I feel this one as well, and this one. Oh, sorry. So, pile number 1, you have the Two of Swords again. Yeah. Doubting. You have the Queen of Swords under the Five of Cups. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Two queens right next to each other. This is pretty interesting. You have, wow, what? You have the Queen of Cups. You have the three queens right next to each other with their thrones. What is up with your reading? Okay. You have the Two of Pentacles. Pile number 1, you're a queen, whether you're a man or a woman. All right. You have the Four of Swords. And you have Wheel of Fortune ending your reading. I see this one popping up, so it looks like there's an extra message that we'll look at the end of your reading. Wow, super interesting reading here. Very, very interesting. So pile number 1, the first thing I heard in my ear, and taking a look at your cards here, it looks like first and foremost, what's standing between you and having higher confidence is self-doubt in yourself. You go back and forth and you doubt, even though you clearly have, like, if we were going to give you a name, you're a super queen. Pile number 3. I mean, not that you only got the three queens together. You have them right next to each other. And you're so much more here. That's the message from your spirit guides. You're so much more, pile number 1, than you give credit to yourself. And I'm hearing, give yourself a little break. There's so much doubt about things that could break your heart. What other people are going to say. What other people are going to think. You're too afraid of being heartbroken. And so because of this hurt, because of this fear of being heartbroken or hurt or judged, I see you being stagnant. Pile number 1, your energy is tired between constantly going back and forth between, should I do that or should I not do that? Should I embrace myself or should I not embrace myself? Should I show who I am or should I retreat? So there's this part of you strongly wants to embody this masculine energy of showing yourself to the world, of being out there, people seeing you for who you are. And then another part of you is embodying the shadowy aspect of being afraid, of not knowing how you're going to be judged, doubting yourself, even though you are so much more than you give credit to yourself. Pile number 1, you're so much more confident, you're so much more capable, you're so much more smarter than you give credit to yourself. And what's stopping you, what's in the way of you having higher confidence, is the bat energy here. And the bat is the only mammal that flies. Again, showing how unique you are, pile number 1, how much you're going to be recognized if you just let yourself out of this shadow aspect. The bat also brings out super ultrasonic waves. It's an echo navigating system where they send ultrasonic waves to navigate, their way. And with this, I do see that you give a lot of consideration and thought to how people are going to respond to you, pile number 1. And here is my biggest advice to you when it comes to that, pile number 1. If you're going to live your life being afraid of what other people are going to say, you will never get to live your true, authentic self. What I see your spirit guides telling you is to cleanse that energy. Just like the broom here, cleansing out psychic debris. And to harbor in a new type of thought with the Page of Pentacles here. And that is deciding not to be liked. How about that? If people like you, that's great. But you're not going to be waiting to be liked anymore. If you decide that you're not going to be liked anymore, you free yourself from this stuck energy of waiting for feedback. Even when people like you, be grateful. I'm not telling you to not accept it. Accept it and everything. Enjoy it, but don't be attached to it. Pile number 1. Don't be attached to being liked. This way, when they like you, you go up, and when they don't like you, you go down. And instead, by yourself, not others. Choose yourself is the right word, and not others. And in order for you to choose yourself, you have to decide with yourself, pile number 1, that you being free, that you showing up as your true, authentic self is much more important than whether people like you or not. And here's the thing. When you free yourself from people liking you, and you be yourself, it doesn't matter anymore if they don't like you. It doesn't matter anymore if they like what you say. It doesn't matter anymore. And that's just who you are. If they like it, great. If they don't like it, that is their problem. Pile number 1, not you. In any case, you should be around people who like you for who you are. And that's the one main thing standing between you and having higher confidence. Choose you, pile number 1. Choose to be happy, to be you. And if you see faces that you don't like, if you see opinions about you that you don't like, if you see behaviors about you that you don't like, remind yourself, I wasn't waiting for you to like me anyway. I mean, if you like me, thank you. I give you back love. But if you don't like me, it's your problem. I'm not going to live it for you. You live your problem for yourself, and I'm going to be standing in my place because it's mine. No one can take that from me. You can like it, you can dislike it. That's your choice. Good for you. But I belong here, and nobody's taking my place. I belong here, whether you like it or not. And embodying your queenness, pile number 1, speaking out your heart, your truth, and representing yourself the way that you want to be is the only thing that matters, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. And if people take that and respect you for that, they're welcome into your world. And if they don't respect you for that, it is simply their own problem. Pile number 1. And I see here, by cutting off this doubt of not knowing what to do, should I show myself, should I not show myself, should I speak out, should I not speak out, will change your reality completely with the Wheel of Fortune here, pile number 1. It will take away your sadness with the 4 of Swords and the 3 of Swords here for you, and it will bring out your bear energy. A bear is kind, but it goes out hunting. It knows how to protect its little ones. But it has beautiful mommy energy as well. So you're here being guided to speak to yourself with kindness, nurture yourself like a mother. Give that voice to yourself, pile number 1. And at the same time, be bold. Don't be afraid to speak out. Don't be afraid to do what you want. And if people don't like it, if people attack back, you don't care whether they liked it or not. Because if you're out there being bold, you're representing yourself the way you truly are. How can someone have a problem with that? I mean, if they have a problem with that, it's your fault. If you've harmed them, be okay. Apologize for it. If they take the apology, good for them. Be genuine, be loving, but at the same time, be strong. And if they don't want it, maybe they have some healing to do. Anyways, it's for them to deal with. As long as you've done your roles very well with society, giving out kindness, giving out grace. If anyone doesn't like it, it's for them to deal with. Pile number 1. And it's time for you, and it was 1616 as we said that, it's time for you to finally walk away from this energy and start a new beginning with yourself that works. And that beginning is to choose yourself first. And by choosing yourself, you're choosing not to care if people like you or not. Selling them out. Choosing not to care if they like you or not. Pile number 1. Let's see your advice here. Yes. It's the one thing, pile number 1, that will take you out of this 5 of Pentacles energy of feeling left out in the cold, of feeling alone, feeling like there's nothing that you can do. Yes, there is. The one strongest thing that you can do is to kick out that psychic debris of caring about people and choosing your queen self. You come first, pile number 1. You come first. And that's the biggest advice that I see from your spirit guides. All the best of luck in having even higher confidence in yourself. And if you've enjoyed this reading, pile number 1, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. So you've chosen the spiral with attraction here. Now, in order for us to do this reading, we're going to have a complete reading, taking out all your oracle cards and your tarot cards, and together we'll have a coherent reading about exactly what your spirit guides want to tell you and how they want to guide you so that you can have higher confidence than what you already have. Pile number 2. So let's see what animal you have, what kind of energy you have here. Ooh, wow, you have the dragon. Now this is going to be a pretty interesting reading, pretty special. We have a lot of spirituality here and a lot of ethereal animals. You have attraction with the law of attraction. You have spiral, which is pulling in life force. Let's see what this is all about. Okay. So let me now take out your oracle card, your tarot cards, and get more information about what is standing in your way of having higher confidence. Whoa! Okay. So we're going to take that, and we're going to take the first card and the last card. Okay, and this one. Well, your spirit guides are super ready to give out your cards. You seem like a very spiritual person. Very in touch with your spirit guides, perhaps. Pile number 2. So let's see what you have. You have the 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Stones in this deck. You have the 8 of Swords, depicted as the 8 of Thunder in this deck. You have the Five of Thunder, which is the Five of Swords, right? You have the Five of Pentacles, and you have Judgment. Now there's an extra card here I'm going to leave here for advice later. Now let's pick out your other tarot cards for clarification and ask one more time. What is standing in the way of pile number 2, please, of having higher confidence? Thank you. Okay, so we have that shuffled. Pile number 2, for clarification, you have the Sun in conjunction to the Five of Swords. You have the Nine of Pentacles in conjunction to the Eight of Swords. You have the King of Wands. You have the Tower, right, in conjunction with the Spiral. Interesting. Oh, you have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands, conjunction to the Five of Pentacles. Okay, and finally you have the Eight of Pentacles under Judgment. I'll fix this and come back. So pile number 2, your cards couldn't be any more clear. Wow. So with the spiral here, it depends on which direction the spiral is going. It's either about attracting life force to you or pushing out life force. And this is in conjunction here to the Tower. Again, the Tower is depicted as either someone choosing to fall off because the tower is falling, or someone being pushed off because they held too hard and didn't want to fall off. So this is really showing me all over your reading, pile number 2, that your spirit guides want to tell you that whatever you have worries about, whatever is causing you to have not to have your highest potential in terms of your self-confidence, you need to work hard on. And not just that, pile number 2, you also need to be honest with yourself and give yourself some slack and see your true self for what it is, and to love and fall in love with the wonderful things about you that you have. Pile number 2, because here there are 2 big mistakes. First, you're not giving yourself enough credit for what you have. Maybe you humble yourself too much, or you feel like it's normal. You're poisoning it. Maybe you feel like it's not that good, or maybe you forget about it altogether and forget to be grateful about this part. And it's only by attracting life force and pushing out. And it's only by doing these 2 things. Instead of feeling lack, take an in-depth look at yourself. What do you need to change? What is causing this lack of self-confidence? Is it that you need to learn something better? And if you learn it, you would feel much more comfortable and confident about yourself. There's no shame in that. So here is an advice of big change, of changing skin. Almost. You need to write down, pile number 2, exactly what you need to change in yourself to become the best version of yourself, or to improve. Because when you improve the things that are making you sad, you enjoy seeing yourself in the best manner. So for example, pile number 2, for example, If you are insecure about your job, for example, and you feel like other people are ahead in the game with the skills that they have, instead of feeling like they're better than you, they have more experience than you, they can do things better, there is the advice from your spirit guides to take yourself out of this energy and instead put yourself into the energy of actually taking action, seeing what they're doing and learning this skill every day until at some point you're just going to love what you've become. And because you already loved, because here there's the advice of already loving every wonderful thing about you and developing on that and focusing only on yourself. Pile number 2, don't compare yourself to others. Don't think, well, this person has this person has that. Forget about other people. Forget about peeking into people and comparing yourself sometimes with their successes maybe, or comparing yourself to see where you're at. But instead be inspired here and work on the things that you feel you need to work on, because the more you work on them, the higher your confidence goes. At pile number 2, and this is why you have the Judgment specifically in this deck with the snake. And the snake shows us with Rubris and everlasting energy. When we change our skin, change what we don't like and bring out some fresh new skin, it's still our skin, but we've seen the better version of ourselves, and we continually change. Here it's like looking at ourselves in the mirror. What can I do today to make myself a better version of me? To see myself in the best way, and through that you improve and you work on it. Pile number 2, continuously rising, just like Judgment shows us here. And with the Tower, instead of letting life push you and letting life take your confidence by you pushing yourself out and deciding that, okay, fine, I will admit to where I need to improve, and I will start taking action in whatever I want. And from there you have the 6 of Pentacles. Sorry, yes, the 6 of Pentacles. Whatever you put out into the world, it will give you back. You will feel fulfilled, proud of yourself. You will feel like you are in control of your life, rather than feeling stuck and having it in control of you. Pile number 2. And doing this and giving out to the world by improving yourself, by giving out this energy that you deserve to have the best in life, because you're working in yourself, or you're living your true authentic self. What is your true authentic self, or your higher self? It's the self that you develop until you become, whether you work on your physical self or your emotional self or your skills, your mental self or your spiritual self. You keep on growing and developing to experience constantly the best versions of yourself. And this way you see the hope with the 9 of Pentacles and the Sun here. Both of them showing that you will live your best life with the 9 of Pentacles. You will see a dream come true when it comes to you. You will have the confidence to do whatever you want and communicate with people and to go out and get what you want and what you deserve in life. Because the more you improve your confidence, the more you work on yourself, you get the best that life has to offer. Pile number 2. The 5 of Swords here, in conjunction to the 8 of Swords, it really shows me that there's a message here of being inspired instead of feeling intimidating. And here I see that you need to look at the things that you wished you could be or have, or that the things that intimidate you. Take a close look at these things, pile number 2, and be inspired by them. Watch how they do things. Watch how the right way things are done. and learn from that instead of being intimidated. And this way, with having this sort of mindset, will help you to take yourself from you feeling like you're stuck. And when you feel like you're stuck and that there's no way out, it eats you, it takes away from your confidence. And so the only solution to that is to be brave, to take a look at what you need to change, work on that, and you will see that your confidence is shining from the inside out. Pile number 2. Don't forget, before you do all of these things, to love all the amazing things about you, to remember them, write them down and read them every day. Write them down and read them every day, pile number 2, because it seems like you forget who you really are here, and that's not fair. Pile number 2. See, with the King of Wands here, talks about so much confidence. I mean, the epitome of confidence with the King of Wands. And the only way you can reach the best state of being fully confident here is to work on yourself, because what you put in, you will take out. Pile number 2. So instead of letting life push you, you push yourself out to get the best version of yourself. And that's what I see here. Your spirit guides truly want to tell you, pile number 2. I see an advice from your spirit guides to speak to yourself with empowerment. Don't say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I'm not this. Tell yourself, I want to be this. I can improve this to be this. This part, I want to go from this to that. And by speaking to yourself in an empowering way, finding out exactly what you can improve, you get straight to work. Find out the classes, find out information perhaps online, or maybe it's something that you need to start to take in and do. Whatever it is, start working right away with the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles here. Start working straight away. And as you work and develop these things every day, you'll see your confidence rising as a result. Every single day, pile number 2. You will get back every effort and every ounce that you put in into your confidence. Pile number 2. You will thank yourself a couple of months later, a week later, or maybe even a year later, at every milestone that you achieve. And to see yourself getting better and becoming the person that you want to be will boost your confidence to the max. Pile number 2. So let's see what advice you have here. You have the King of Cups. So first of all, I do see an advice of doing it with kindness. Don't talk to yourself by saying, hey, why can't you do anymore? Are you stupid, maybe, for example? Or why can't you do that? Are you incapable of doing that? Don't talk to yourself like that. Talk to yourself with kindness. Forgive yourself for the mistakes and say, it's okay, fine. Didn't work out this time? Don't worry about it, pile number 2. Get back up and let's try one more time together. We got this. We're going to make this happen. And keep trying and trying until you actually find results, pile number 2, because this is what growing is all about. Continuously trying and getting feedback and stepping back into the game until you actually improve it. And with I love this specific King of Cups because it talks about the mountain goat, and it shows, and the mountain goats, if you watch them, they are mind-blowing. I mean, they climb mountains, steep mountains, and to see them take a step, one little step at a time, to get up and climb this steep mountain is just mind-blowing. And so it might seem intimidating to all of us, especially for a mountain goat who's not standing up on 2 feet like us. It has 4 feet. and to watch them being capable of climbing that mountain step by step makes one think, we can do this, we got this. So many people have done it, and it's time for us to do the same for ourselves, because we are allowed to love ourselves and we are allowed to see the best versions of ourselves. And instead of sitting around watching it as a dream or seeing others live the dream, it's time for you to step into this mountain goat power and taking it step by step, little by little, until you achieve what you want. Pile number 2. And pile number 2, if you want a little help with being productive and taking command of your life to achieve your goals and dreams, if you feel like you would love to do that, I have a productivity book that's very small. You're not going to procrastinate on reading it. I put my heart and soul in this book, and it has all the key secrets and the key advice to really helping you become a productive person today, all while enjoying it. So if you're interested, you'll find my email down in the description box. Send me an email and I'll send you all the information and the prices and everything that you may need about the book. And if you decide to purchase it, I'll send it straight to your email. So all in all, pile number 2, I wish you all the best of luck in this beautiful journey. I love the advice that your spirit guides really showed us and have for you. May you thrive and be the best version of yourself. And if you've enjoyed this reading, pile number 2, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. So you have the Horned God, and the Horned God in Wicca is the strongest deity. Now this really shows me that you may have a lot of internal strength that you may know nothing about. But of course, as we grab your oracle cards and your tarot cards, we'll be able to understand exactly what your spirit guides want to tell you with regards to what is standing in your way of having higher confidence. But straight away, I see that there's so much more that you need to know about yourself. You're not giving maybe yourself enough credit, or you're not tapping and holding your inner strength. Maybe your inner strength only comes out when you're triggered, or when something is serious, or when you need to stand up for yourself. But otherwise, you're a happy-go-lucky person, you're calm. And I see there needs to be an integration here between your light and your shadow. Pile number 1, where your strength doesn't need to come out when there is a snaky behavior, and it should be with you along with your beautiful balance of your happy, positive personality, your calm personality. Pile number 3. So pretty cool. I love your message here. Let's get more information on how to integrate that and what's standing in your way. Pile number 2. No. There we go. Okay, so pile number 3. Sorry, I apologize about that. So pile number 3, you have the egg, and that is getting in touch with your true, authentic self. So you're, like we said, you are much stronger than you think you are, pile number 3. And you just need to tap in and reach out and get in touch with that authentic self of yours, of this strong power that you have. I wonder, why aren't you in touch with it? One thing is, you're oblivious to it. It only comes out when you need it, with the egg here. And let's find out, how can you get in touch with this internal strength here? There's no doubt about that. So what your spirit guides want to say here. I love this reading for you, pile number 3. What is standing in your way of having higher confidence? Now that's a surprising message, entirely different than the other piles. You have the 2 of Cups. So this is straight away making me think, give yourself the way you give others. You have the Two of Swords with Two of Thunder in this deck. That's reminding me with the thunder here with triggers. Triggers. So your strong part either comes out when you're triggered or you lose it when you're triggered as well. Both. You have the Star here. Wow. You have the World. Pile number 3. Sorry. You have what it takes to be the strongest version of yourself, to live the embodiment of who you are, and to be comfortable maybe in your own skin, to be who you wish to be, and be the best version of yourself when it comes to having very high confidence and specific, which is what this reading is about. You have everything that it takes. So then let's see, let's get more information, get clarity, but you needed this strong confirmation of understanding that you are it, actually, pile number 3. You have the 8 of Cups here. Okay. Now let's get your clarification cards so that we finally get a complete picture of what your spirit guides want to say as we unravel it bit by bit. So what is standing in the way of pile number 3, please, of having higher confidence? What is standing in their way? What is standing in pile number 3's way of having higher confidence, please? Observation is something I'm hearing. Strong observation. We'll find out why I heard that now. Strong observation. Okay. You have the Magician. You're much more skilled and much more powerful than you think you are, my dear pile number 3. It's so much inside you. I can't understand why you're so oblivious to it. Again, this is really puzzling because I think if I find this piece of puzzle, it might help you here. So let's see what your spirit guides are unraveling here for us. The Chariot. Strength. Pile number 3. Death. Of course, this is about death and rebirth. 3 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups again. Looks like you have to be leaving something, maybe your old self, to get in touch with your authentic self. Okay, let's find out how this is done. Ooh, you have the 2 of Cups under the Star. Now let me have a close look at your pile 3 because I have a feeling I'm gonna love this pile. I love learning through your spirit guides. More information. So with your pile number 3, you'll find yourself so confident in so many areas, and the areas where you are confident, where your confidence shines, people are absolutely impressed. There are other areas, however, where you need to develop this confidence, and it's the opposite here with the other areas. There's an opposite energy here of feeling like you lack what it takes to be who you want to be, even though you have everything. My dear pile number 3s, you do not, I promise you, lack a certain thing. And if you do, I would tell you confidently, and you will check the other piles, I tell them confidently. With you, you don't lack anything here. You have a couple of labels that are disempowering you, putting you at a disadvantage. Maybe these labels have come from friends, family, maybe from your own mind of experiences that you've been through that didn't work out. Whatever it is, there's a strong confirmation of taking these labels out, moving away from these labels. Pile number 3. Because I see you, when you clear yourself from these labels, you feel empowered and you get connected to your authentic selves. And this is why sometimes when you're triggered, your power comes out, because you no longer care about these labels anymore, and you start thinking about what's important, and that's standing up for yourself. Pile number 3. So my advice to you, in terms of removing these labels, is to take a deeper look at them and see, because there are many ways here you can do this within the same solution here. Look at what this label is telling you. Is this label true and you need to work on it to improve? Or is this a label that other people put on you that is not true, that you need to push out now and never believe anymore? Or is it mainly about having certain fears that are unreal, that could happen once every blue moon, and when it does happen, just take it in and move on, right? So you can liberate yourself, because I see a lot of triggers here. And so if this is about fear from consequences, I really do advise you to push away these triggers. When triggers happen, take them in and say, no, I don't get triggered. I will not get triggered. And you have it in your hands to completely push out these triggers. And these are things that I'm quoting, or the advice that I'm quoting from Dr. Caroline Leaf. If you want to check her book, I leave it down in the description. This is not sponsored. She does not know I exist. I always reference her book because it has changed many people's lives. And she, along with other neuroscientists, have done studies in her labs for 20 years. And here's the thing. She's saying you have complete control of your thoughts. And if you feel like something is triggering you, something is causing fear, you completely have it in your hands to change the habits of the ways your brains are thinking, the habitual thinking patterns, by pushing them away. No, I'm not going to get triggered. No, not anymore. I'm not going to get triggered. When you get triggered, fine, it just happened. Now it's time for you to push it out. And by understanding whatever it is that takes from your confidence, whether it is a wrong label that you need to understand, by maybe you need to improve in an area, work on that. Maybe it's a wrong label and you need to start having a deeper look into it. Did people put this label on you to control you? Maybe did people put this label because it's the wrong social label that people put, and maybe it's not you? Do you need to care about this label, or do you need to buy yourself out? And if anyone sees you with this label, maybe they don't belong in your life. Or does it have to do with fears that you need to start taking control of and pushing out of your life? Pile number 3. These are the questions that your spirit guides are inviting you to take a closer look at, in order to finally move forward and be free, and to connect to your inner power that you already have. There is no doubt about it. And your true authentic self is someone who's powerful, who's strong, who's confident. And now it's time for you to move away from all these labels that put you at a disadvantage, and understand that you are an internal magician. Pile number 3. What a lucky card to have, an internal magician. And this hope that you have of reciprocating connections between you and people and living your authentic self will come true for you. I feel that you will harbor in true internal love for yourself. You will love who you will become by getting in touch with your internal horned God. Pile number 3. get in touch with that by removing the labels that are putting you at a strong disadvantage here. And with all the piles, I have had an extra card that I put here for as an advice from their spirit guides, and since I did that with the other piles, I'm going to do that with you as well. It was just an extra card that came out for them, so I'm going to do that for you. Pile number 3. Let's see what your spirit guides want to tell you as a final advice. The 5 of Wands, internal struggle. Everything that you live on the inside is projected on the outside. So if you embody the horned god that you are inside, this will shine on the outside. Pile number 3. That's the energy that you're going to exude. But if you walk without your true self and exude fear, triggers, that's what's going to show on the outside. So it's always about changing internal labels, changing internal fears, pushing them away. And from there, you exude strength. And believe me, pile number 3, you are going to exude strength like no other. People are going to be absolutely impressed with your beautiful confidence, because from the inside, you are super strong. Pile number 3. And that's your honest... Wow, 33 as we said that. Oh, 33 to me, not to you. Okay, well, that's a confirmation. Pile number 3. Oh, wow. 33? That's just, I couldn't get any clearer than that. You are a strong being. This is no encouragement. I like to say the truth, and this is the truth of what I'm seeing. So pile number 3, I have enjoyed your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 4. So you've chosen the moon. And of course, the moon represents the feminine energy. She is the queen of heaven. It represents everything feminine, like we said, including motherhood, clairvoyance, intuition, dreams, of course, and fertility as well. So mythically, the moon is the consort to the Lord Sun, reflecting his light in the darkness. So I don't want to reveal what I'm seeing here straight away. I want to take a look at what your other cards are saying. Pile number 4, but I do see you carrying hidden treasures and hidden potential. And so let me first take out your cards like we agreed. I don't want to just say what I see, because I feel in this reading, like we've done in the other piles, it's important to see what your spirit guides want to say, and have well, 2 came out, and have a coherent, complete look to see what your true message is in order to have a higher confidence. Pile number 4. Wow. You have the camel with the moon again, the air element. Okay, whoa, you have the cobra with the air element as well. Pretty cool. That's this fire energy, not air. Very interesting. Wow. Okay, now let's take out your tarot cards. Find out what is standing in the way of pile number 4 to having higher confidence than what they already have, please. What is standing in their way of having higher confidence? So timing is already confirming what I'm thinking. Okay, so pile number 4, you have the Ace of Stones or the Ace of Pentacles. You have, wow, you have the unseen with the moon here. Now this is becoming too unreal here. Okay, I think I'm getting the message. You have the Hanging Woman which is the Hanged Man. You have the Five of Cups. Okay. Now let's take out your clarification cards. We'll be using another tarot deck for that. So, what is standing in pile number 4's way of having higher confidence, please? What is standing in pile number 4's way of having higher confidence? Okay, so pile number 4, you have the Two of Wands. You have the Knight of Wands. The Three of Wands. The Ten of Wands. The Ace of Cups. The Hanged Man. And last, but of course not least, well, this slid out, so we're going to take it. You have the Queen of Swords. So pile number 4, what I see for your specific pile of what is standing in your way of having higher confidence is that in certain situations, you need to be prepared. So you have the camel here, and the camel is very resourceful. It's independent. It knows oneself. In fact, the camel can handle absolutely anything because it carries a wealth of nourishment within, right? That's why it has the moon here. So I see your spirit guides telling you that you can cross over and you can reach whatever situation that's unseen and seems scary by preparing for it well. Pile number 4. So let's say you are you want to have more confidence in public speaking. There is the idea of being very well prepared for that. Researching, reading, knowing exactly what you want to say, gaining advice from the people who do that. And the more you are prepared, pile number 4, during these situations where you want to gain more confidence, the more you will project and exude this confidence. And this is why you have, by the way, these are both fire signs, so it's all about it. Well, this wasn't air, this is fire. Apologies for that. So this is all about bringing in this internal power, this internal passion out. How can it be brought out? Just like the moon here, that is the consort to the sun, to the Lord Sun. It reflects its light. And so you need to be doing the same, pile number 4. Reflect your light by taking out what's internally scaring you, handling it with wisdom. So learning more about it. And this is why you have the cobra coming into your reading. It's about pausing, waiting to learn. It's that inner teacher. Because you see the cobra, it hovers and watches, right? It's ever present. It's that inner teacher inside of you that learns and sponges things and takes the time to pause and is a student of life in general. It's humble, it's wise, and the more it learns, the more whatever it wants to do manifests externally. You reach and you do whatever you want to do. You gain that confidence that you want, pile number 4. So whatever you're worried about with the unseen here, that's an extra card in this deck. Whatever you're worried about, whatever seems unseen or unknown to you, be resourceful, be a student, get prepared, learn, because if you're wondering, well, what am I going to learn? Always remember, pile number 4, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So if you do want to learn about something, you will get answers. Your spirit guides are going to be there. You don't lack it. You yourself are a very resourceful person. You'll find yourself actually knowing it. You'll read, you'll find yourself being able to apply these and being able to go through these otherwise tough circumstances, or you thought they were tough circumstances, just like the camel here. You present the world to yourself, and this way you shift your perspective from being scared to being able to handling it little by little. Pile number 4, putting in the work is your main advice here from your spirit guides. Come prepared, is what I see. You want to do something, you want to impress a certain employer, you want to do some public speaking, you're worried about a certain situation that could take away from your confidence. In these cases, your spirit guides are saying, the more prepared you are, the more effort you put in. Don't compare with other people. Do they have to put in this effort, or is it just me that has to put in this effort? Forget about what other people do. Focus on you, because with you, again, you have the cobra and the camel. I don't think other people have this resourcefulness and being these amazing watchers and learners like you, pile number 4. So use that to learn what you need to do to get prepared, put in the work. You have the Hanged Man twice. Shift your perspective, and your reality, external reality, will shift with you, pile number 4. Because in doing that, you give yourself this new beginning lovingly. You give yourself a break. You present to yourself the easiest way to handle a situation that is causing you some anxiety, or maybe feel a little bit anxious about it. Pile number 3. What is the answer? Take clear action. Plan it. Prepare. Find the right information. Instead of feeling like you lack the skills needed for it, prepare, and prepare. Pile number 4. Again, you have the King of Wands here, which talks about taking things into your own hands, into your own matter. Don't wait for the circumstances to be right for you, but instead take charge of yourself and your life, and go after what you want by learning more about it. Pile number 4. Yeah, change your perspective is the biggest advice. From the unseen to the seen, pile number 4. Reflect the sun. If it's dark, you shine in the darkness by working and gaining more information on what you need to do. Yeah. Your message is being self-reliant. This is what's going to give you the courage, the confidence. Because otherwise, again, here in this pile, you seem confident. It's just that some situations take you off guard. So we're not talking about the world. We're talking about certain situations here. And so be like the camel, self-reliant, and it handles challenges with ease, because even in the face of excess heat, the camel, it searches for the water, that cool elixir, right? To calm the situation. So be like the camel here. Be responsible for your own reality, right? What you feel like will worry you, take the time to prepare for it. And this way, it will be your cool elixir, because it will calm down these worries, just like the heat that the camel handles with calmness. Pile number 4. Okay, so now let's take out an advice card that I've done with all the piles. Most of the other piles, I got an extra card that I put here for advice towards the end. And I'm going to pull out a card for you, pile number 4, to see what final advice does your spirit guides want to say to you. What do they want to say to you as a final advice? You have the Knight of Swords. Unbelievable. Do you see pile number 4? It's in your hands. It's about you taking charge of the situation, being prepared, and you are the one moving forward. This way, when you take control of your life, take a handle of your life, absolutely nothing can stand in your way. Pile number 4. You will feel this confidence, you'll be proud of yourself, and you will gain more confidence in the future to do the same thing or other things, because you will watch yourself being able to do it. Pile number 4. So listen to the Queen of Swords. It's all about being prepared, doing the work. And if you feel like the one thing standing in your way is to be productive and put in this work, that's very easy, pile number 4. I have a book that I've written about productivity. It's a very small book. You won't procrastinate on reading it if you want help in this area. It's wonderful. It's helped my clients for years. It's straight to the point. It has key advice and key tricks to help you become a productive person today, all while enjoying it. If you're interested in that, you'll find my email down in the description box. Send me an email. I send you the prices. I'll send you the information about the book. If you're interested, I'll send it straight to your email. Pile number 4, and all the best of luck with everything that you need to be prepared. You can do it. You won't only do it, you will rock, pile number 4. So all the best of luck with that. I'm rooting for you. I know you will do great. Best of luck, pile number 4. I know I've said it a lot, but I really wish it for you. And if you've enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.